Hi there, it's September the 27th and we're continuing our journey through the prophecies of Isaiah, which in Hebrew is Yeshayahu, the Lord will save, and we are now looking at chapters 51 to 53. Chapters 51 and 52 are amazing calls, promises to Zion that the Lord is going to deliver, the Lord is going to redeem. He's been promising for this a lot. At the beginning of chapter 51, he says, look back to the place where you were taken from. Look back to your origins. And he points them back to Abraham and to Sarah, to the place where the promise was first made, that through Abraham and Sarah, the whole earth would be blessed. And so God is saying, I've not forgotten this promise. And actually, I'm going to bring you to a place of redemption. I'm going to bring you out from among the exiles. And there's this beautiful verse in chapter 51. The redeemed of the Lord will return, and they'll come with singing to Zion. Everlasting joy will be on their heads. They will obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and sighing will flee away. And actually God is going to put back into the hands of those who oppress them the cup of wrath which they have been themselves, which Zion themselves have been drinking. And then in chapter 52 there's this call to awake, awake Zion, come and put on your beautiful garments, and the promise that there is good news coming. How beautiful on the feet of those who bring good news. And that word in Hebrew, basara, is the same word that today is used by Hebrew believers in Jesus, Messiah, to mean the gospel, the good news of salvation, the good news of rescue, the good news of redemption. But at the end of chapter 52, we return to this theme of the servant through whom this redemption is going to come. And we find that this servant is one who's going to be rejected. We were astonished. There was nothing in him that we should desire. He was actually rejected. And so as we go over into chapter 53, which is a continuation of this theme at the end of chapter 52, who has believed our report? He grew up, he was tender, and yet we rejected him. We turned him away. This chapter, of course, chapter 53, is the chapter which is found being read by the Ethiopian eunuch in the book of Acts chapter 6, when Philip meets him on the road, and it's explained to the eunuch that this refers to Jesus, to Messiah, to the one who will suffer. All we like sheep have gone astray, says Isaiah. We've turned every one to our own way, but the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was bruised for our sins. He was harmed for our iniquities. The punishment of our peace was upon him. By his stripes we are healed. And yet it goes on to say that although he had his grave with the sinners, actually God restored him. And there's this amazing promise of restoration, that God will give him many sons and daughters, that there will be this redemption coming through this one who is to come. We who live this side of the cross know the fullness, the fulfillment of these amazing words in Isaiah, that this all has to do with the redemption not only of Jerusalem, not only of Zion, not only of Israel, but of the world through the Messiah of Israel. And today we also can come. We can know that our sins, our iniquities are laid on Jesus, that on his shoulders he carried the sin of the world. And so today we can be confident that because of that we have this good news, this wonderful news, that we are no longer in captivity, but that we are rescued from the oppression of our enemies. Have a very good September 27th.